Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of our Star Wars The Old Republic playthrough for Mission Log. We are about to hit Taris and help find one of the defector members of Havoc Squad. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited too. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. I'm excited to go to this very important world in the Star Wars universe in general, but definitely KOTOR and SWTOR. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's speak to General Garza. Bully me as much as you want if you can pay for it. Okay, Sylvie will be. No, not like that.
Come in, Lieutenant.
I'm just broke at the moment. Well, not broke. I'm unemployed. Broke is wrong. That was insensitive. PPA, you're going to do the Taris KOTOR storyline, the one you follow the video logs of their attempted surviving post bombing. My intent is. So the way I do it is I'm trying to cover all of the story in the game or all of the content within the game as much as possible. Now, that doesn't mean every single option. One second, something just started playing out of nowhere. What the hell? A fucking video from Twitter just started playing. You guys see my eyes go there? You guys didn't hear it. Oh, it was just this like, knocking. And I thought, had someone come into voice chat? I'm not in voice chat. I was like, what the fuck? Genuinely shit. Genuinely shit. I'm so glad you guys didn't hear it because it sounded filth. It was like a knocking sound, but it sounded a bit more like not. I genuinely didn't know what was going. It was like how it was a video saying how did with different weapons sound in games, but I genuinely shit. Oh, look, I thought you crashed. To be honest, it would have just added to my day. Right, PPA, you're going to do the Taris KOTOR storyline. So my intent is, as always with these. This stuff is I want to cover all the game as much as possible. Now that doesn't mean every single option, but it does mean trying to catch as much as possible. So it doesn't mean me going and doing every single quest 3 or 4 times to get every single version of that, but the general vibe. Okay, so that is included. Obviously, flashpoints I want to do at some point. I want to do like maybe a PvP run character. It's a little bit of a fun one. All that type of stuff that'll come, but generally at the moment trying to get through the stories. So what I'm doing is when a character is getting to the point that they're going to be over leveled, I'm dropping the side quests, but then I will pick those up on the other characters. So for example, I have done Ord Mantell and Coruscant side stories on this character. So when I make a smuggler, I won't do the Ord Mantell and Coruscant. I will just do the next set or whatever. So that's how it's going to kind of go. So let's speak to General Garza.
I read you loud and clear, General.
I understand you've just landed on Taris. I've already contacted our local regimental commander, Colonel Gaff, to secure.
I love Garza so much. I know I keep saying it, but
doesn't know the specifics of
she's a bitch,
mission,
but she's a good bitch.
Only that he should assist
she's
you
a real
in every
bitch.
way possible. I'd like to keep it that way.
Who's my target?
Do we know which of the Havoc traders is hiding here?
I'm afraid not. You'll have to depend on local intelligence gathering to determine your target's identity and location. Taris is a dangerous and untamed wasteland. A Sith attack several centuries ago leveled every standing structure and virtually eradicated the local population. Where cities once rivaled Coruscant, only swamps and ruins remain. Reclaiming and rebuilding the planet has become an important symbolic goal for the Senate.
I should say as well, by the way, I do want to play the KOTOR games on stream at some point. It's just they're a little bit finicky. I think you can play them on, like, I could put that on the Steam machine now, so it may be a little bit different. But, like, also there's still the rumored KOTOR remake for #1, so I kind of almost like I'm almost sort of waiting to see if that's like properly dead or not before I even anyway, do what I can to help.
If there's any way I can aid in the reconstruction, I'll do it.
Of course. Just don't lose sight of your primary objective. That's all I have for you, Lieutenant. Report in when your operation is complete.
Roger that.
I'll contact you as soon as the job's done, General.
So many things happening in a short amount of time, I forgot I was making tea. I'm sorry, Faustus. Sorry. Okay, right, guys. Let's go to the backwater of the galaxy. Wasn't once, but is now. So pretty. From orbit. Okay, on we go. Here we go again on our own. Okay. I really do hate spaceports that you can't like. But can you drive in them? I think you can actually. No, you can't. Okay. Something only road I've ever known. Oh, here we go. He is Bardo, Mr. Bardo. Speak to him.
Hold a moment, please. Strom.
Scanning. ID confirmed. This is the guy.
Good to meet you, Lieutenant. We've got some security
Here we go.
concerns with the reconstruction project, and Governor Suresh hopes you and your team can help.
Governor Suresh?
Is Governor Suresh the official in charge here?
Yep. Duly appointed senatorial supervisory governor for planetary affairs. If you're feeling long-winded.
Taris is
This
substantially
is
more
one of the most important
hazardous
NPCs you
than
meet
initial
early on.
reports had suggested. The specifics aren't common knowledge off-world, but
But we're trying to rebuild a planet covered with toxic junk and diseased carnivorous monsters. And it ain't working.
Governor Suresh has plans to alleviate some of these issues, but they require highly skilled individuals to carry out. Individuals like you.
Count on me.
I'll be glad to pitch in.
Terrific. The governor will want to go over the plans with you in detail. I'll let her know to expect you right away.
Your help will make a big difference to the people here. Thanks.
Good luck.
Double fisting streams at the moment. PP on one screen, Abbott Elementary on the other. Will speak to me about Abbott Elementary. Me and Gigita were talking about that last night. I said to Gigita, when are we going to get around to actually watching it? And Gigita said, you always complain that we have too many shows.
Blasted Sith must have really some serious ordnance.
On Dear Crystal, my husband told me what happened on Port Raga. Not that he wanted to, of course. I love him more than anything, but I know him well enough to realize he's too stubborn to ever thank you properly for saving him. Sorry, I've got like an itchy, like I think it's like one hair out of place. He may never admit it, but you can count on his support from now on. He'd never forget something like this. Neither will I, and neither will our sons. Thank you so very, very much. Well, there's money attached to that. Ah, Suresh, pre-Thundercant days. Well, is they right? They're not wrong. Well, he is real as poor.
We've been waiting weeks, and those things are still swarming our property while you sorry excuses for defenders of the Republic
armor
sun
looks so
yourself
good.
on the base.
This is a military operation, sir. This planet hasn't been cleared for civilian occupancy.
My brother didn't mean to be insulting, but for 3 centuries, our family has dreamt of reclaiming our place on Taris, and now to be stopped by those things.
Can have over here.
What's going on here?
Their old estate's off base, so we got no way to secure it.
Taris is our home. We're not gonna wait until the army takes its pick of the planet and then throws us the scraps.
The Republic validated our records, but some outlaws set up a camp there. They've got security droids all around the perimeter.
Can I help?
You need something dangerous cleared out first?
It's not raccoons or anything. There's someone living there. Sentience.
They've got security droids all around the perimeter. It's a war zone. We almost got killed entering our own property.
The Republic will respond to all such claims of hostile, non-indigenous life forms based on strategic value.
Is the land valuable?
Where does their property stand in the expansion plans?
Personal land, sir. It'll be explored once all the public space is secured.
That's what they keep saying, that we can only claim it if we fight those awful droids ourselves. But how? Unless, could you help us?
Do what I can.
Your claim seems just.
Great. They're all yours, then. You find anything important, you can fill out a form at HQ.
All we need is to get those blasted droids cleared out and find out who's controlling them. I can handle the rest.
Sorry, John Dry, I was just like that cutscene run. Imagine rescuing someone's whole husband. They only send you 630 credits, and not just anyone, not just someone's whole husband. The wife of a senator, by the way. Are we ready to meet the goat, guys? Are you ready to meet the goat? Trooper has one of the quickest recruitment of companions, by the way. Like, you get one every other planet. Do you think they intentionally gave that NPC a dirty face because he's on Wiki Taris, or is it pure coincidence that that's what the NPC generator spat out? I think probably purposeful. At least I would think so.
Well, well. General Garza graces us with her finest. At ease. I'm Colonel Gaff. These are my senior officers. Your CO sent orders to do whatever is necessary to support your mission. Of course, she didn't see fit to tell me what that mission is. You care to enlighten me?
I can't discuss the details.
Typical. Forget the reconstruction of Taris. I gotta shift everything around and help with some top-secret mission nonsense. Whatever Garza has you looking for, you won't find it on Taris. Nothing unusual has happened since I took command.
Patrol teams 3, 5, and 8. All lost?
Yes.
Without explanation.
Yeah,
Sergeant
buddy.
Thorne, I don't recall giving you permission to speak.
I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the Lieutenant, per General Garza's instructions. Are you ordering me to violate Code 73B and ignore the General's directive, Colonel?
Always got a regulation to quote, don't you, Sergeant Thorne?
I wonder if the character who has an accent different to everyone else is important.
If the sergeant has information, I'll take it.
The matter was settled days ago. Taris is dangerous. Casualties are common on patrol teams. It's unfortunate, but not unusual, no matter what Sergeant Dorn says. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a planet to run. Carry on with your secret mission. Just don't muck up anything important.
Okay.
Apologies for the Colonel, Lieutenant. Not all men are meant to lead.
Ooh.
Colonel Gaff is disobeying a direct order.
I can assure you it's not the first time he's done so. I'm Ilara Dawn, sir. Sergeant, First Class, Commander of Search and Rescue Squad 204. We have 3 full squads, all MIA on patrols. The situation is critical.
You have any idea what happened to these men?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. Casualties are common on swamp patrols. Rakghoul attacks account for the majority, approximately 87%. However, SAR sweeps discovered no evidence of Rakghoul activity in these instances. Someone else attacked those teams. If you're looking for unusual activity, then this is it, sir.
What exactly is a Rakghoul anyway?
Rakghouls
For the
are
audience.
disease-carrying mutants. Rakghoul bites and scratches are infectious. Those infected become Rakghouls themselves in 6 to 48 hours. I included the last known coordinates for the MIA patrols in my official incident report, Lieutenant. I'll load it into your datapad for your review. Taris falls under Unexplored, Unsecured Territory Protocols. All armor cams transmit to SAR Command. I'll contact you with developments.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant.
That was interesting. I've had drill instructors more relaxed than that woman. Not to mention that accent.
Accent?
What do you mean? What's unusual about her accent?
The only people I've heard talk like that were Imperials. The Republic must have freed her homeworld in the war. Growing up Imp would explain a lot about her personality.
Nothing wrong with discipline.
I'd say the Republic could use more officers like Dorn.
And I'd say there's a better use for a soldier's time than memorizing every single regulation in the books. Guess it's off to work then. I'll watch our backs.
Okay, Eric, calm down. Kitty got claws. Really wish more important human MCs were unique looking. Shh. Okay, it's fine. Fine. To be fair, all of the companions you can change to look like any, I think this is one thing that SWTOR, it's sort of weird for certain characters because you can basically whitewash certain characters, which can be weird, but you can make other characters black so it kind of evens out, or Asian, or so on. But basically any character in SWTOR you can change to a million different versions of themselves. There's like all these customization options that like are set ones, but like still like a change, which I think is really cool.
I'm sure it would work if we had the manpower, but we don't. The numbers just aren't on our side.
Success isn't in the numbers, Chief. We don't need more people. We need the right people.
This is true, which is a plus, especially since this is like the only MMO that gives you companions. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, yeah, I think I'd be right. I mean, Guild Wars does it. Guild Wars, the initial one, does it a bit. I don't think any others do. Not in the same way. Not in the same way.
Havoc Squad is ready for assignment, Governor.
No need for such formality, soldier. Thank you for coming. I'm Governor Suresh.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get your
Our
process.
goal on Taris
More
is
like a
straightforward.
Mass Effect or
rebuild
or
everything the Sith
Dragon
destroyed,
Age. Yeah.
and remind the galaxy that the Republic never gives up. But resources are tight, and we have some serious challenges. Toxic chemical spills, scavenging pirates, and the wildlife.
Rat ghouls. One bad bite can turn you into a vicious monster just like them. There's thousands out there, maybe even millions.
Where'd you kill them?
Just tell me how to take these things down and I'll get started.
Killing them isn't the issue. Not exactly. The rat ghouls use tunnels buried in the ruins to attack by surprise and overwhelm our soldiers. Every work crew we send out is decimated. We came here to achieve the greatest reconstruction project in Republic history. Instead, the workers hide in this outpost like frightened children. No more.
So we turn the tables.
Let's find out where the rat ghouls are coming from and take the fight to them.
We have scientists working on locating the rat ghouls' lairs. Until they do, we have to settle for the next best thing. Chief Trigg has a plan.
A suicidal plan.
A bold plan to collapse the tunnels the rat ghouls are using to ambush our people. I know you're up for the task.
Old ventilation shafts still connect a few hubs in the tunnel network to the surface. You drop explosives in enough of them, and the whole thing collapses.
No problem.
Simple demo op. Consider it done.
Simple. Except for the thousands of hungry monsters waiting to eat you whole.
Oh,
You have a reputation
but
for
I'm Havoc
overcoming
Squad.
impossible odds. Live up to that reputation. Help us transform Taris into the future of the Republic.
I would kind of like them to go back to Taris a little bit and show that there has been some improvement and have an area that's like a little bit not suburban. Sorry, Euclimopolitan. Would that be right? Euclimopolis. So like Euclimopolitan. Yeah. Back when Bioware removed what people wanted from them. Look. Hey. Look. Okay. Shh. Yes.
Hey, did the Republic send you? Can we get out of this stinking refugee camp and go home?
Sorry, wrong soldier.
I'm not part of the local units. What's this about your homes?
Haven't heard? Scavenger crews attacked us. The local troops are fighting them, but they forced us to evacuate. While one side's looting, the other's bombing. And we get to sit in a tent and hope.
Those troops saved your life.
It's better to move you here than leave you on a battlefield.
They didn't have to drag us out in the middle of the night like they did. They could have let us grab a few things. My mom's in shock, barely leaves our tent. The whole camp's just waiting to go back to the settlement, but the scavengers are still there, probably looting left and right.
I could find out.
I could check out your home, see if it's still standing.
Hey, did you say you're going to her house?
Someone's going to the settlement?
Oh no.
Get me my land speeder.
My farming droids are still out there. Oh, and my sonic washer. Hey, Bada, get out here. Someone's making a trip.
All of you, back off. We do this one at a time, or nobody gets anything. This could take a while. Are you still in?
Why don't you start charging?
A favor is one thing. If I'm ransacking a war zone, I'll need to be paid.
That's fair.
No, I'm not saying like that. Oh. I thought it was like a joke.
Have a...
It's
They did my whole...
Like,
hey, so
My farm... All of you, this,
just... Everyone can't talk at once.
Okay, one at a time. You get one item, one portable item.
Bless him.
Make it count.
I want my digging tools. I don't know how long we'll be here, and if we're going to build or grow anything, we'll need them.
all I hear all day is dumb boys fighting because there's nothing to do. I've got a box with 10 custom Pazak decks. Bring those.
I got a micro generator in my toolbox. Bring the toolbox and we can plug in everything electric.
I've spent years working on a novel in my spare time. It's on data file. I'm sure it won't have been stolen.
And what I need is our Nadu seeds. Just a few packets would go a long way. It'd mean everything to my mother. Please, hurry.
I guess that'll calm the children down. Gambling. I do think we need to have more games develop over time, though. I know that's a lot of resources, but also maybe smaller scope for cooler details like that. Yeah, am I darker on this side again? Do I need to close the... 1 second. It's this weird thing where, like, this side gets darker because that window is open, so it looks weird on camera. Bye. It's called Rimlight. Rimlight, wow. And it's not a thing that happens in existence, Peralta. Yeah, well, I don't like it. Keep showing off them knees. You guys know I have knees now. It only took you 7 years or whatever. Well, 5. Content-wise, but I've known genre longer than I've had a YouTube channel, which is crazy to say, considering that's like a long time. Oh, he is Dana Hunt. I mean, longer than you have, you should. Yeah.
You're not a pirate, are you? Please tell me you're not a pirate.
Don't
Surprised I'm
mind
still
him,
here.
soldier.
Wow.
Pirates attacked our settlement and fed his family to the rat ghouls.
Oh, okay.
None of us have been the same, really. Perhaps you can help us?
Nobody should go through what this man has. Tell me what I can do.
First pirate that crosses my path, bang! Feed him to the rat ghouls. See how he likes it.
Look, maybe he's not all there, but all of us know how he feels. We built a settlement out here. We defended it from rat ghouls. We started families. And those pirates attacked and took everything. It's hard not to want revenge. But mostly we just need to move on. Start a new settlement on a different part of the planet, maybe.
Every time I see a character, my brain goes, ooh, Zeltron. It does look very similar, yeah.
How do you intend to do that?
We had equipment at our camp that made Taris livable, protected us from the rat ghouls. If we can get that equipment back, we can start over. Maybe start to forget and heal. Can you help?
I'll help.
You can count on me.
I'm a bleeding heart. This character's a bleeding heart. A bleeding heart. Bleeding heart until the event. Dead now. Oh, grass.
Those are power converters, Lieutenant. Old ones. Any theories on how they got to that location?
It's fucking mental that there even is a resettlement initiative given the rat ghouls. You would arguably want to fucking nuke this planet from space. It's like going, let's settle on this planet that has COVID on legs with teeth. Yeah, I mean, yes. One of the worst plagues ever, and they decide to resettle in the way that they have. Yeah. You'd want to find a cure to the rat ghoul plague first, really, wouldn't you?
The people who attacked our patrols may have dropped them.
Possible. None of the other patrols logged similar discoveries. Power converters come from ignition systems, engine parts. Takes work to remove them. Someone dropped these converters. Either the patrol or their attackers. We need more information to determine which.
Guess I better find more information.
I'll remain in contact, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
Barak was going to be snide again there. Thought he was going to make a snide comment. Wonder if having a British accent is important. Well, they did say, they did sort of imply already.
Target neutralized.
She's an XM. Oh, look at that. Oh, how goofy some of the movements are at times. Yeah. Always gotta be goofy. Always be goofy. Don't live life ungoofy. Taris is so atmospheric though, like look at this. I know it's not the most graphically astounding game, but it's such a pretty environment. I actually like it in the daytime more than the dark time as well. Reminds me of the newest Rabbit Space Place in FFXIV. Oh, really? Okay. The new, like, exploration thing. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Gotcha.
What I meant earlier, there's some of the best environmental storytelling vibe. I just feel like there's also loads of places you can go and, like, you're right, like, discover. Like, I feel like in the MMOs, and Faustus will back me up on this, in Final Fantasy XIV, the amount of buildings you just can't go into is a little bit sad. Like, they don't really do settlements. They don't really do little places that you can go past. It's like, big town. One house. I hit the wrong button. But there's interesting points, but they don't explain any of it, so it's like, what was the point of that? Yeah. But you know what I mean, though, about, like, houses as well. Like, there's a lot of places you just can't go into. There's not, like, an open buildings, unless it's specifically needed for the story. That's something that always rustles my jimmies with MMOs. They'll create the illusion of something big, but none of it's accessible. Guild Wars is a big culprit of it. It is. Guild Wars 2 does that better, though, I think. Guild Wars 2 has a lot of areas you can actually go in. There's a lot of roleplay spaces in Guild Wars 2. I kind of hope Guild Wars 3 brings a roleplay scene with it. I can't lie. Because I feel like, when was the last time you saw a new like a new game that was like a new MMO even that actually had a roleplay scene attached to it? Elder Scrolls? Yeah, okay. We should not being able to go into houses, not gonna lie, but I do wish we get to see people being people more often. My kingdom for a disquiet or keep your settlement in the 12s. But yeah, I get you, yeah. Something that felt a little bit more authentic. Elder Scrolls, yeah, okay, I can agree with that genre, but that's still an older game at this point. I feel like we role players have been starving for years for a new MMO to exist in. Elder Scrolls is a big RP section, but also it was 95% deviants being freaky vampires and werewolves, and 5% people doing Game of Thrones. Yeah, well, not surprised about Game of Thrones. I do like some political roleplay. I have to admit, I could do politics roleplay all day long. Like, I actually probably would enjoy politics and gossipy roleplay, and that sounds hilarious for me, over combat on occasion. Like, I sometimes I'm not really bothered about like a combat event. I know they're necessary. I was very politic on my Sith amount of schemes I popped off. Sith, you've got to be politic on a Sith. You see this as we have a crime RP scene right now. Yeah, but it's because Final Fantasy XIV is the two extremes, though. What I mean by that is Final Fantasy roleplay is two things. Final Fantasy roleplay is either slice of life. And slice of life and politics and gossip and stuff like that are different. Just because they both exist in the non-combat sphere, like, they're different. Slice of life can be fun with other things. But I feel like slice of life on its own, you might as well just fucking go outside and touch. No, I'm trying to joke. It's too much. Like, people are just like, I find that Final Fantasy XIV role players that I've encountered, they don't want to deal with consequences. They don't want to deal with actually dealing with the law. They make up characters that don't fit with anything. They obviously, there's certain things that are not accepted by the game that they do to the nth degree. That's all I can say, really. It is basically known as the ERP Central, even more so than Goldshire and WoW ever was. And I think that's my issue. And the opposite side is the other people are the edgelords who want to kill everything and are really cool at combat and really good at combat and like, so like I think, don't get me wrong, I love the FF, the free company that we have on FF. I think you know that, but do I think that the concepts that you have in Final Fantasy are very limited, both by the game's design and because everyone's friends and everyone loves each other, and the player community kind of doing sort of the same a little bit? Yeah. That's what I was sort of trying to get at, genre. Yeah. And like, you know, I think there's different levels of that, but I'm not going to go into that too much. Final Fantasy is my Marmite. I want to love it, but I also get so confused by how anachronistic the setting can be. You'll have high magic and high tech and cars, but someone's still going have at the Nave. Yeah, I think you have to go into it with the idea that it's sort of... But it's sort of... Sorry, I'm going to keep coming out this cutscene. The way I would describe Final Fantasy is... This is going to sound weird because it's not real world, but it's kind of like having a first world set of countries and some, I hate to say it, third world set of countries going at it. But the third world country has magic and the first world country has technology. I know that sounds maybe a bad way of putting it, but that's the only way I can kind of describe it in my head. To be fair, I think also what fits in the game is very subjective, probably because of the anachronistic shit John was talking about, because I have a vampire and one of our soldiers is very loud about not liking them because they don't exist in the game, but they do. Yeah, it's hard because they do in the sense of if you're going for the sense of, because there are ones in certain instances, as we know, and they do pull on the vampire aesthetic. But vampires specific, they don't. But like if you're pulling from ether and you're using the blood as that symbolism of ether, then yes, but not Dracula, if that makes sense. So it's like there's ways around all that type of stuff. It's being sensible within it.
Power converters. According to the logs, this patrol followed an entirely different route. Either both patrols recovered the same engine parts from separate locations, or the converters were dropped in both areas by one group. The attackers.
Sounds reasonable to me.
I think we're on the right track, Sergeant.
A specialist MO7 science officer could examine the converters to determine their source. We have such an officer on staff. I will notify him while you search the last coordinates.
Hope I find better evidence.
It would be nice to have something more substantial to go on.
More samples can only mean more intel. Good luck, Lieutenant.
I keep thinking Eric's going to say something, he just doesn't every time. I don't mind some anachronism stuff, like Guild Wars 2 I think does a good job in combining tech and magic, while on the other hand straight up feels conflicting at times because you'll have bows and swords but then also dimensional spaceships. I think the thing is with WoW is WoW's gone on too long. I think that's the problem with WoW. Not in the sense that what I mean by that specifically is, I think I still want the World of Warcraft world to be explored, but I think what they should have done is they should have been very sensible and went at one point, okay, let's stop WoW and do WoW 2 or something. Just, you know what I mean? Like they should have went, okay, it's time for us to move the timeline on a significant amount or do something different. Like I feel like because they've stayed on their path, they're almost like the Grey's Anatomy of MMOs, you know? When it's done, you know?
Hold. We have no more with which to defend ourselves. You have left us helpless before the Rackles and everything that haunts this planet. My people are refugees. Survivors of the battle on Coruscant. Would you turn us out of yet another home?
This land belongs. Who are you?
Identify yourself.
My name is Akatan, and you might call me the leader of this colony. We fled here after the war. The lower levels were in shambles. Thousands of people from thousands of species, homeless and hurt. The humans in the Galactic Senate barely slapped on a new coat of paint. We came here to start a new life.
I don't know if I like that first.
Hold,
okay,
we have my people.
The owners have been waiting for centuries to return here.
So many men are here to reclaim this planet who know nothing of its past.
Nose hair.
Ancient Taris was a blight on the Republic. The black mark on its reputation for freedom.
What are you talking about?
As far as I know, it was some outer rim nothing, until the Empire blew it up.
Humans on Taris did as they do on all planets. They seized the surface, claimed Taris's wealth, and forced every other species underground. Every meter of land owned by a human was probably seized from another species, just as this was seized from my ancestors. I have their documents. So old they were kept in printed form. Read them yourself if you doubt me.
The Republic must have had reasons for supporting such measures.
What reason can deprive millions of their homes?
Oh no, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to redo this cutscene because I feel like I've not paid attention to it properly. Sorry, guys.
We have no more with which to defend ourselves. My people are refugees. So
Land belongs to
the
someone
owners
else.
have been waiting for centuries to return here.
So many men are here to reclaim this planet who know nothing of its past. Ancient Taris was a blight on the
Republic. Let's talk compromise.
You need somewhere to settle? I'm sure there's unclaimed land.
This is my land. My ancestors owned it for generations before the humans on Taris exiled them and all other species below ground. I have their documents. So old they were kept in printed form. Read them yourself if you doubt me.
My mind's numbing. I don't know why. WoW in general just explodes its setting, trying to do the most over the top, whatever, but it's forgot its core in doing so it feels confused with like several games stacked on top of each other. It's because also they've obviously went through so many different dev cycles as well, and dev people. Sorry, people. No, it wasn't anyone's fault. It was me just. Oof. Hi, Finn. How you doing? Tell me more about Taris.
What happened? There must have been a reason.
It was about money, of course. A human governor cut taxes to favor his people, and when others rebelled, they were the ones punished. I think the claim was, aliens are dangerous to Tarisian trade. If you have any sympathy for our cause, perhaps there is something you can do? We are alone, and at the Republic's mercy.
I'll make sure you can stay.
I would wish not to see you turned away from your home.
I thank you for softening your heart to my story. I will tell my people to begin repairs on our droids.
It took so much for me, I don't know why. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay, but hello, I'm good. Good, glad to hear it. When you get into an in-depth conversation and forget what you were doing, speaking of, forgot my tea again. Oops. Oops. Do you know what genre though? Talking about the goblins developing war bikes or motorbikes or whatever. Do you not find that this happens in a lot of settings now? Do you not find that they almost want to like include some modernity? I really struggle with this in general. I feel like you find so often now that like I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head, but like they want to include something that's like down with the kids or like, and so like you'll find that there's a lot more anachronistic settings than there used to be, even from a wording standpoint, even from like dialogue and stuff like that. I find it quite often now. Down with the kids is the wrong term, but you know what I mean, like more relevant to current things going on or being a little bit more. I feel like for example, this is an example. So Star Wars, and don't get me wrong, they can look good, but Star Wars has a tendency now to, when they're doing outfit design, for it to look somewhat more like what we wear. And that frustrates me because Star Wars has always been about really, really extravagant outfits and really, really extravagant looks. And now you have people walking around in suits that look like something that could be on the street.
Are you injured?
You know, that's me at least.
I might be hurt, Sergeant. You'd better come rescue and search me.
Flotation and other non-mission critical communications over priority holochannels are strict.
I'm not going to go with that. I was just joking.
Lieutenant!
Everything is fully operational.
Good. There's much to do. Your attackers were scavengers. Threat assessment reports classify them as a non-combatant group. That classification is clearly inaccurate. I'll notify command.
It has happened often. Yeah, it kind of hurts my soul because it feels like they go about it the wrong way. You could go modernity by learning into the magic, so hence it becomes technology 5. Like if I use the Eberron setting in Dungeons and Dragons as an example, they have Sky Shot, but it's all Magitech that looks and feels like Magitech because it's a literal bulb, but in the sky. Yeah, I love Magitech when it's done right. I'm like, yeah, exactly. But like, so that's what I mean. But like on the opposite end, you have like, it's just hard to describe. It feels like it's like if Star Wars now did it like. Now did like I don't know, like another version of Star Wars is one of the ones that really annoys me. That they're starting to use more real life swearing, and I know some people like that. But like that takes me out of the setting because Star Wars has always had its own. It's like a pre-established rule of the setting that Star Wars has its own silly swear words like Karabast and Poodoo and Bantha fodder and just stuff like that. And so like hearing bastard and the idea that they were trying to use fuck in Andor, that ruins it slightly for me. Oh, and also, can we talk about, and just a little bit different for Andor as well, when they tried to change like they were saying in Gorman, not on Gorman. In Gorman, we're going in Gorman. What do you mean in? You're going onto a planet. Used to piss me off every time they were saying in. Urgh. Anyway, moving on.
I need to know where these scavengers come from, their numbers and armaments.
Unknown, sir. Local intelligence felt they weren't worthy of investigation. Armed hostility against Republic personnel clearly justifies an immediate armed response, Lieutenant. It's your call.
Also, George, I didn't see what you said, sorry. Andor, you were literally gun was just an AK-47. Yeah, there's just something about, like, you're slightly disrespecting your setting when you make something more close to reality because it's easier. Or because it kind of has a shorthand with the audience.
We need to move against these scavengers immediately.
Orbital scan has just managed to pinpoint the location of the scavengers' compound. I'll scramble up my team and prep them immediately. We'll effect entry to the compound once you've created an opening.
I'll see you on the other side, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant. Sergeant Dawn out.
To be fair, I think people minimize both the level needed to make a language sound like it's a part of a setting and just how very specific our language has evolved. It's like, I don't know if you saw it recently. Obviously, the Odyssey film's coming out, and there was a conversation, I think, that had been had that Tom Holland was saying about he used dad instead of father, and the response he had was, well, none of them will be speaking English, like American English anyway, because they were all Greek. That's not the point, because we all know if you put anything to stage and it's meant to be an older, this is like a social cultural consciousness thing. You put anything to stage or film, and it's meant to be, and this is just my opinion, and it's meant to be kind of, how do I put it? It's like a medieval play, or it's like a Greek tragedy or anything like that. You use archaic English if you're doing English. And I know that sounds really weird, but it is. Stage play is an English craft. And I'm not saying that as in other people can't do it, but it is something we are so good at. And all the stuff we kind of disseminated And that's the language to use. If you're using English in that context, you should be using stage play kind of older style language, because it sells the setting better. If I see someone, I can get past the idea that they're not speaking in Greek, because that's how things go when you're obviously making a movie for a large English like an English base, you know. But you guys know what I mean. I don't need to explain any further. You know what I mean. I'm kind of getting stuck down in a lot of discussion about not nothing, but we're having fun, damn it. I'm not. I don't dislike the conversation. I'm just saying that maybe I need to play the game. But it does bother me. It does bother me a lot. It bothers me. Star Wars naming conventions to me are very important as well. Yeah, there's a reason for all his movies saying all the times they went for British English, because it's meant to come across as refined and proper and old to match the feeling it's meant to be an older language. Exactly. And so regardless of whether those people would have spoken in Greek, the idea of older English gives that. It's a shorthand. It's a societal shorthand for those types of things. And obviously it's one word. It's one word in a larger body of work, obviously. But yeah. I feel like we're losing what actually made a number of our, you know, pieces of works important. I'm tuning in now a little bit. What's going on? It just basically saying, I'm not going to go into the full thing because I don't want to kind of go through the whole conversation again, but basically saying that if you're going to make a movie or a stage play or anything, unless you're specifically trying to subvert it by doing that, like Romeo and Juliet but set in modern times, like or like Taming of the Shrew, where it's like 10 things I hate about you. That makes sense because you're doing it something totally different. You're trying to adapt the story to modern times. That's different. But if you're making a play, like if you're taking something like the Odyssey and you're making a movie out of it, you be using language that reflects the fact that it is an older text. I saw younger people say the acting in DS9 was bad because they're theatrical about it and I want to start throwing shit. Yeah, no. Theatrics is big in Star Trek. Well, any film meant to be non-English historical piece, it's largely British. They even did it for Troy and made Brad Pitt run a bad British accent. I'd rather a bad British accent and you be trying than just go, I'm just going to say dad. Why is he saying dad? Also, and I understand, right, this is another thing, right? I'm pretty sure Tom Holland puts on an American accent in this. And I wouldn't care if you're American and you can't do a British accent and you were the best for the role. I wouldn't even care if he has a different, if Tom Holland had a different accent than Matt Damon, for example. I'm not bothered about that. But I am bothered that you put on an American accent to do a role that would have probably been better in your normal British accent, considering your British accent is pretty close to what theatre accents are usually used for these types of art. You know what I mean? Like,
Excellent job. We could smell the smoking metal corpses from here.
I told him that's not really possible.
So who are the crooks who set themselves up on our property? Did you drive them off?
I've seen a single use of where a Japanese cast was forced to talk in English in a Japanese spaghetti western. Also, Tarantino was there. Zig.
Look at these papers. The aliens there have as good a claim as yours.
The alien resettlement was a valid executive order approved by the Republic. This is our land.
There are alien survivors who kept their claim? I'd have thought they would never come back here. I studied the history. It wasn't right.
It was justified. You can't make us leave because of that.
Just work together.
It'll take more than 2 people to turn this place civilized.
I agree, Relis. This isn't our ancestors' estate. This is a frontier. We'll need to grow food, sew clothes, defend ourselves. Wouldn't it be better to ally with these aliens?
Sew clothes? Maybe we should just hear them out. See what they're looking for.
We won't turn them away. I know what it's like to want a home.
He's just basically implied that he's going to get them to sew the clothes.
Hey, good job.
Hasn't he?
Both on the droids and getting to the bottom of that mess. Taris politics. Huh. Who cares about this dump anyway?
He definitely was implying that, right?
Wanted to see if your work's as good as your rep.
Is there something else you want me to do?
Well, I doubt he's asking you over for a cup of mudleaf tea. Captain Childress calls, it usually means something needs fixing. If you're interested, go look him up. His office is at HQ, other side of the base. Tell him you're the one who ran off the Brat Brigade.
What's that play? Hey, look at that. Tactic season. Player. Stronghold label. VIP. VIP lounge. Okay, let's go speak to Suresh. When she, from back when she wasn't an asshole, you guys will see Suresh again numerous times. Like a little there.
I don't care what your plan is. We're not sticking around to get eaten alive. Me and my crew are leaving, period.
If you want to abandon the work you agreed to do for the Republic, I can't stop you. But you aren't leaving. A 6-month quarantine requirement has been put into effect. Anyone trying to leave without prior authorization is subject. You can sit in a medical bay and go broke, or you can help us accomplish something unprecedented. It's your choice.
We're easy on them.
You shouldn't be so harsh, Governor. These men aren't fighters.
We are what we choose to be. I know you're going to make the right decision here, Hull. Come back when you do. Unfortunately, not everyone flourishes in the face of adversity. Scouting parties are already reporting lower Rakghoul populations. Most of our work crews are gearing up. We're finally going to get this project moving.
Speaking of Nolan's Odyssey, this is very much a nitpick for me. I don't take this as an actual criticism, but I think the movie has too many famous actors. Genre, you have such specific things that hook you up, like that are hang-ups for you sometimes. Not in a mean way, but just like, I get what you mean, but like, and I do think sometimes there can be too many known people in a cast. I do think it, but I was just like, I love how that is such a genre thing to say. Also, I'm not getting into the spaghetti western conversation.
I'll look forward to seeing what you do with the place.
I'm kidding.
My ancestors called Taris home once.
I am interested.
Thanks to you,
I'm not getting into
millions of people might call it home again someday. Stay safe. And stay in touch.
It's crazy that that's all we get of Suresh in the beginning, because I thought it was so much more, and it's not. It's crazy how much of an impact she leaves, though. There's that Uno quest. It depends on the movie, though. Just a big action popcorn movie, I don't mind. No, yeah. I know what you mean. It's kind of like, this is a big theatrical thing. I don't want everyone to... I don't want to be thinking about, like, how Anne Hathaway's Andy Sachs. And I don't want to be thinking about how that's Spider-Man, and that's Punisher, and that's Maz Kanata from Star Wars, The Force Awakens. I know what you mean.
Laisha, Vetus, everybody, he's back.
Is everything okay? What did the scavengers take?
Okay, calm down, people. Let's deal with the possessions first, so those who want to can leave.
I found everything.
Hopefully, this will help you start over.
We can only hope. Now, what do we have?
This is fabulous. Not a page lost.
Yeah, I can't wait to turn this on.
I have to show these to my mother. She's been so worried. I'll be right back.
I think what she meant to say was thank you, but she's a little giddy. Don't worry. None of us will forget your generosity.
Just seeing that guy on his lizard go back behind the background, fucking sensational. You don't have to apologize, Sam.
I'm happy to share my knowledge with
I was just saying I was in the middle of a cutscene. I wasn't getting into another debate. That's all I was doing. Anne Hathaway is actually the best example. Love me some Anne, but I, for the life of me, can't look at her in Greek epic and not think that's the Princess Diaries. I know what you mean. Yeah. Do you not feel like she's been in like loads of things recently? There's like 5 movies that I know of recently. Not that I've watched them all, but like that have her in.
Oh, thank goodness you've got our equipment. I've got word of another group of settlers not far from here. We'll probably set up camp together.
Stay clear of pirates.
You might want to set up in a safer place this time.
We'll take your advice to heart.
Oh, why is she saying like that?
Blood. Pirate blood. Stinky, gooey pirate blood.
The pirates are all dead, Ivan. Now we can
That was almost
leave.
like a poem.
We can build a new settlement. Let's go.
I smell pirate blood. Stinky, gooey pirate blood.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
Fuck. No. I don't want to get on the bike yet. I can't get off the bike mid... Can I log out? Will that stop it? No, it won't. Fuck. I'm going to have to go back. I do agree with that as well about the voice acting thing. I think you can get away with one kind of special... well, not just one. Obviously, sometimes, whatever. But and some people are good at it, like Mark Hamill. But I think you guys are right about the voice acting stuff, that it's like... There's so many talented voice actors. And once upon a time, you'd have people kind of coming through in that way, and you'd find that yeah, and they might go into acting proper later or whatever. Not acting proper as if it's like not okay, just voice acting. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go back, guys. I go back. Oh no, do I? Is that Captain Childress? No, we're good. We're good. Honestly, I view Hamill as more of a voice actor than an actor at this stage. He did Star Wars and pretty much pivoted to voice acting, does a film now and then. Yeah, exactly.
Hey there, Captain Childress. I want to thank you for taking the time to see me. You did nice work on that land claim mess. Like we flew this many troops to the armpit of the galaxy so some kids could play pioneer. It'll take way more than it's worth to make this planet livable. Only thing interesting about Taris is that it's the worst failure the Republic's ever had.
The Empire won that day.
The destruction of Taris was a terrible loss.
And we almost let it happen again on Coruscant. 300 years after Taris, we still don't know squat about how to defend against a bombardment once ships are in low orbit.
Need to change that.
Good men die when we don't learn from our mistakes.
That's why I'm here. I sent commandos to defend a research team at the crash site of the Endar Spire, the last Republic warship shot down over this planet. If we're lucky, that ship recorded the whole bombardment. But my teams lost contact, which means there are desk jockeys in the wild with the most valuable data on Taris.
I'll go find the team. Oh, tell me about the Endar Spire.
What's this ship? Why is it so valuable?
There were Jedi aboard back in the day. Now, we hope it's got data on the attackers. The crash site's a ways out, fast as you can make it. I don't know if we've got survivors. Research team's your #2 priority. Data's the most important thing. Take anything the Endar Spire recorded to Commander Vicky at the outpost.
Thanks. Okay. Right. I feel like people like Mark Hamill and Jack Black are people who fully make a living off of voice acting as well as acting like it's their second home. Yeah, I get what you mean. You know, it's the same way. Voice acting entirely. Peter Dinklage, you mean how he phoned in the ghost in Destiny? May have to change him. Okay, I'm going to take the smallest of breaks, guys. So those watching on Twitch, stick around. There's more Taris to come. Those watching on the YouTubes, just see you guys shortly.